Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly singles love reading for Capricorn. How are you guys? Capricorn. Ace of Wands, a little spark. Ooh, someone's trying to temper those passions a little here. But there's a spark, some chemistry. Ooh, someone's trying to temper it though. Yep. This could be a new flame. Yeah, we have the Page of Wands. This is someone definitely very cheerful. It's definitely some kind of good news. It's positive. But this is someone who's really focused on you. And I definitely feel there's going to be a communication, something very cheerful. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. Interesting. It has to do with whether you're each other's type. That there is an attraction. They're very focused on you. Okay. But this is someone here who, I mean, it is communication. This looks like something quite cheerful. Yeah. I think you're different. This is someone maybe different than your usual type. Maybe you're not sure. Some of you might have a choice to make. Page of Pentacles is someone who often communicates in a way where they're kind of not interested, or they communicate in a way where they're hoping there's going to be success. They're going to get something they want. So if you have a choice, one of these may be your type, one may not be. I think it's the other person looking at that. Yeah, it all has to do with whether someone's interested, the way they communicate. This is someone trying to be patient, but I definitely feel there's this temptation. I mean, this person finds you attractive. Obviously, they're very focused on that, and it is a cheerful communication. So could be somebody younger. It's playful. I mean, it is youthful. It's cheerful. It could be someone who has something. They definitely have something positive to say. And the Three of Pentacles. So yeah, it does look like it is about compatibility, the things two people have in common. But it's about going down this path. See, it's about whether someone's interested. Are you acting like you're not interested? Because to me, it looks as though we got a person taking a step back, seeing things different, whether you're their type or not. But it very well could be yourself. And it does have to do with communications, the way people communicate. Tell me about the Page of Wands. Who is this person? Someone who's thinking things through, choosing their battles. Yeah, it has to do with decisive communication, being decisive. Yeah, choosing the words. It's not battles, it's choosing the words. There's a spark. There's an attraction. This is someone who's thinking things through. They're going to choose their words. So it has to do with the way someone's communicating. Yeah, you may be dealing with a Virgo. Yeah, someone who kind of acts like they're not interested. This is someone who's kind of on their own path. See, someone who follows their own path. But it does have to do with some sort of cheerful communication. It all has to do with someone choosing their words. Yeah. You got a person taking another look. This seems to be a really common energy this week. The way people communicate, choosing their words wisely. It's not battles, it's choosing their words. Because it's about communication. See, being cheerful. This is about taking decisive action. So someone here maybe felt something was off, and they took a little step back. Now they're looking at this. Yeah. See, this is someone who feels the other person's not interested. It could be you or them, but I really feel like it is all about patience. It's about whether someone's really interested. Yeah. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it's a person who can't stop thinking. Yeah. So it's what's holding this person back. See, what's holding them back is they're not sure that you're their type, and it could be the way you communicate. This is often someone who acts like they're not interested, but it very well could be. I see some Virgo energy, little Sag energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but this has to do with a spark, the desire. It's like someone maybe being flirty. They should have chose their words better. Maybe they were being super flirty because they found you attractive. See, tempering the words, right? Someone didn't choose their words right. So you may be the one who put on the brakes. I wouldn't be surprised, because it has to do with there's no emotion in this. There's a lack of emotion in this communication. I feel like it's coming from the other person. But because it has to do with taking another look, see what was holding them back. Like what happened here. See, there was opportunity. This is someone who knows a good thing when they see it, I mean, but it's about opportunity. Some of you may have multiple opportunities. Yeah. And there could be somebody here younger too, flirty, someone flirting with someone. But I do think it's the way this person communicated, because they find you really attractive. So they probably shouldn't have done that. It might have been a little bit of a turn-off. Somebody coming in that way, flirting right off the get-go. I mean, it's cheerful, it's positive. But yeah, they didn't choose their words right. See, it's all about making choices. So definitely someone here has a choice. And it's definitely someone feeling a little bit turned off. They may be looking at maybe the way you responded or replied to a situation. But there is attraction and desire. I feel like you're attracted, but yeah. Too much focus on the physical right off the get-go. When someone comes in like that, it could have been a bit of a turn-off. Yeah. That's what it's looking like. This is someone putting on the brakes. Yeah, we got a person all up in their feels. This person's looking at this. See, this is someone who caught feelings. And they're soul searching and they're looking for clues. They're taking another look. They're putting on the brakes. Their feelings, they got overwhelmed with emotion. But yeah, this is a person who definitely longs for love here. But yeah, it looks like something just didn't start out right. It is a bit of a turn-off when someone right away starts flirting or saying things that are just a little bit too much. A lot of focus on the physical. See, talking about that? Yeah, this is someone here who's... I'm going to tell you, there's love here, though. This is about love. This is someone who put on the brakes. See, trying to stay in control. This is a person who generally moves very quickly, but yeah, they didn't communicate right. Yeah, see, it's about going on a date, dating and courting. Yeah, this is about someone following their heart here, but yeah, I do think it's someone who... Like I say, if you have a choice, there's someone here who's very flirty. I mean, it's cheerful, but it's very flirty. They're focusing on the physical, the communication about the physical, that they're attracted, but it's the way they say it. They were very, it come in very quick, kind of out of the blue. So if you have a choice, it is about dating, courting. Like I see, somebody choosing their words. See, it's all about exploring this. Exploring their feelings. See, someone's slowing down a bit, putting on the brakes. Could be this person reminiscing about another situation, but like I say, if you've got a choice, it's somebody who's very focused on the physical. The communication comes in sudden too. It's quick, it's straight to the point, but they didn't choose their words wisely. Yeah, you can see they weren't seeing this, now they're seeing it. I do think we have a person who's maybe being a little immature. See, and this is, they're not seeing it. It has to do with, I feel, themselves. They're now seeing. Yeah. And if there is an indecision, some of you may have a decision to make. But I feel like it's this person, see. And if there is somebody younger flirting with this person, like I do see someone younger. Yeah, but I feel like it's the person, because it is kind of about themselves a little bit. I don't think you see this person the way they see you, or vice versa, okay? Because there is attraction. It's about the chemistry, but you're different than the usual type. This is someone who maybe felt you weren't their type, but I'm going to tell you, if there was a choice between two, this is someone who hasn't made up their mind. And I definitely can see the energy of thinking things through, choosing their words. They're seeing something they didn't see. I think it's just somebody being kind of immature. It's the way somebody come in. Too much focus on the physical, because I can see a bit of a turn off there, being turned off. And it could be the way you responded. So they're looking at this. See, this is about someone here who, it is about exploring this. Look at the Empress. This is someone who's open to offers, opportunities. This is a person who has, see, it's all about compatibility. Feeling something is a little off, that you have nothing in common, you're not compatible. Tell me about that Two of Swords. This is all about clarity. Someone can't move forward till they see clearly, and it is someone reminiscing. I can tell they're thinking about this. They can't stop thinking about it too. Someone kind of crazy about you. I think it's just somebody who's now definitely become aware they're falling in love, but this is how something started, I feel. I don't think this is someone who quite come in right. Too much focus on the physical, not enough on the emotional. See, the romance. Someone who didn't romance someone. It's like they're so attracted. They're seeing this, something they didn't see. Something about themselves too. Tell me about the Two of Swords. Yeah, see the way, the pattern habit, the way they were behaving. See, it's about morals and values. Yeah. Not being on the same page, but it is how they were conducting themselves. I see some Taurus energy. Some of you have a choice. It is about a choice between two. Somebody with good morals and values. You may be dealing with someone who's kind of immature, but I wouldn't be surprised the other way around where someone's dealing with two people. But it's about morals and values and lifestyle, the way someone conducts themselves. See, you know your worth, you're just being still. You're open to talk, to communicate, but it is about compatibility. It is about going down this path because this person is looking at this. They're soul searching about this. So it doesn't have to do with you. It has to do with someone else, but it has to do with someone's habits. Yeah, this is someone who doesn't follow society's rules. But I think you got a choice between two. One of them has very good morals and values. See, it's traditional. Someone who's more traditional, they date and court, where the other person goes right to the point, right to that physical connection. See, the flirting. Yeah. And this could be where maybe you put on the brakes, but this has to do with taking another look. You got a person who's very much in love here. But it's about dating and courting, doing things traditional, where the other person doesn't. They want to get straight to the point. They start right off flirting. So it is a turnoff. Yeah, you're about to be offered a cup here. Someone's cup overflows with love. I do think it's someone who's probably been in love with you for a while. If you've been dating this person, they're about ready to tell you how they feel. But if you have a choice, like I say, it is about morals and values, making sure you're on the same page. Maybe some sort of an agreement, but I'm going to be honest. I do definitely see this need for clarity. Someone here is definitely put on the brakes, seeing something they didn't see. I think about themselves, the way they conducted themselves. Yeah, but it is about morals, lifestyle. I definitely can see a person super flirty. I think it's a turn-off. Yeah, interesting. But you know what's interesting about this? If you have a choice, and I definitely see that for some of you, making a choice in love. See, open to love, but it's about connecting emotionally. See, it's about being romantic. See, someone near should have been more romantic, or someone here who is. Yeah. But it is about exploring it. I feel like some of you have been dating this person. They're starting to think about commitment. See, someone who's faithful and loyal. Somebody with good morals and values. So definitely if there's a choice, one of these is definitely immature. Someone who follows. There's Taurus and there's Virgo energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So it is about choosing wisely. It's telling you to choose wisely. But someone here certainly doesn't communicate right. They just come in, right straight to the point, They find you attractive. See, being flirty. I think even worse than that. It's about morals and values. Yeah, see, it's often a person who lacks confidence. Yeah. See, taming the beast within themselves. I think this, for some of you, it's just the same person, but literally it's a way somebody comes in. See, they actually lack confidence, so they just start flirting. They're immature. And I'm going to tell you, it's somebody who doesn't have a lot of experience. But there is an attraction, like I say, the chemistry. Tell me about this King of Cups. See, the situation didn't serve. It didn't serve them. See, releasing some habits, patterns, behaviors. And I definitely feel for those of you. I do see Taurus and Virgo. So like I say, there's one of these, somebody who comes in when they're confident and they know what they want. They want love. They come in right. They court and date and do things traditional, where somebody else doesn't. They get straight to the point. They're interested in the physical. So yeah, one of these situations doesn't serve you. Okay? So like I say, I definitely can see the energy of releasing things that no longer serve. You got a person who's definitely, I think you got someone who's loved you for a while, but I mean, it could be a crush where someone's just dating, courting, keeping that to themselves, because it is to do with expectations. I feel like one of these really doesn't serve you, and I feel that that Knight of Swords is you choosing, making a wise choice. It has to do with the way people communicate, the way they come in. Yeah, the Knight of Cups is someone who does things a little more traditional. They're a little more romantic. See, romantic energy, courting someone, dating, being more traditional. I think you're different than someone's usual type. It is possible this is someone who dealt with someone who was younger, right? So take it as it resonates. But I feel the most important part of this reading is this person offering you up this cup. You're about to receive the cup. Tell me about this Ace of Cups. See, it's what you were expecting, see? Yeah, you deserve better. One of these definitely is someone who has their own best interests at heart. It's all about them, right? It's all about me. Tell me about the Ace of Cups. Yeah, it's an energy of someone releasing all their baggage, patterns, habits, and even behaviors. But it's about someone who steps up to the plate. See, this is where someone's let go of things that are holding them back. But you got a person who's doing a lot of thinking. And it could even be yourself reminiscing. See, applying lessons learned. Yeah. Your self-respect makes you very desirable. So if you had a person who started like this, it is possible they put on the brakes and they're going to come in different. But it is about letting go of baggage. And it's definitely an energy of someone who, you know, follows through, whether someone's reliable. Tell me about the Ten of Wands. Yeah, see, weighing the pros. See, I feel some of you, you're just weighing the pros and the cons. Yeah, the good outweighing the bad. But it is definitely an energy comparing one situation to the other. Yeah, nothing compares. I feel like your self-respect is making you desirable, especially if someone's type or young, flirty, you know, people who lack confidence. But this is an energy of someone taming the beast, seeing something about themselves too. Or like I say, their type. You're different than their usual type. Tell me about the Star. Yeah, we got someone who speaks truth. Nice. Yeah. See, someone with good morals and values. Someone's learning something here. See, speaking truth, being with someone with good morals and values. Someone here is making a decision. Someone's being cut out because they lack morals and values. They come in all, someone who uses their body, you know. They come in and flirt and, yeah. But look at that beautiful energy. See, you're just open and you're going to receive that cup. See, now, this is, and I feel somebody, this is probably yourself here with this earth energy. But whoever it is, you do have Taurus, you do have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Somebody with Aquarius energy. Yeah. Someone who just lets things go. It is what it is. Something wasn't meant to be. Yeah. I'm going to tell you, your self-respect is really making you more desirable, because you're being still, right? Waiting till this person's ready. It is about coming in right. Dating, courting. Literally, if they're comparing you to someone else, nothing compares. Even if this person's younger, but it is someone who often uses their body, right? They tempt the other person with the flirting. I'm hoping it isn't someone who's learning the hard way. I mean, it could be. It happens. People come in, they focus on the physical, they flirt, and, they start it that way. But often it can be a really big turnoff for someone, and it could have to do with the way you communicated if you replied. But I do think there is someone here who communicates in a way where they're hoping they're going to have success, where they kind of reach out and communicate like what you do and what you're up to. So they leave it up to you because they're hoping you're going to offer them the cup. That's a person who lacks confidence. Okay? But there's definitely an energy of lessons being learned. And I definitely can see this person here speaking truth, someone with good morals and values. See, they're cutting someone out. Yeah, there's definitely, I think this is someone who's loved you for a long time, or they've been crushing on you for some time. You could be dating other people, but like I say, it's all about comparing. The Six of Cups is, see, being more romantic, doing things more traditional, romanticizing, romancing someone, pursuing them. Yeah, and you can see this is someone who's missed a beautiful opportunity. I think this is someone cutting someone out. Thank you, but no thank you. Not interested. You're not my type. It's someone who often just ignores someone. But like I say, I feel like it's yourself too. Like I say, if somebody comes in and they start flirting right off the get-go, you have better morals. It is about dating, doing things traditional. You should expect that. You deserve better, okay? So one of these situations likely isn't serving you. If it's not you, it's the other person, because this is a person who's protective. They already see someone as their person. They're making a choice here. So interesting. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. Yeah, see, somebody who's long-term, someone who's stable, reliable. So a person who's there through thick and thin. See, morals. I got to tell you, this is someone thinking like commitment, marriage material. But yeah, it does look like it's them cutting someone out here. Look at, there it is. See, weighing the pros and the cons. Like I say, it's just a person who's, could be somebody who was dating someone else when you met this person, but they're definitely cutting someone out. See, they're not interested, someone who's not their type. It is someone kind of going within too, also being very much aware, and you may have other options, but yeah, there's a lot going on here. But look, there is, see, an opportunity. This is someone going to seize the day. They're going to take this opportunity. And there's good news. See, this is about an opportunity. It's going someplace, going on a date, maybe with other people, introducing to friends and family. See, this is someone who feels confident they can introduce you to their friends and family. But not so much the other person. I think some of them it's themselves. I got to be honest. I really, for some of you, it is this person. They came in that way. See, having to learn the lessons the hard way when someone rejects them. Yeah. Take it as it resonates, but the Three of Cups is good news. People getting together. See, this is little whining, dining. I see a group of people, but this is about long term. This is someone who can introduce someone to their friends and family, you see? That not this other energy. I think this person's confident with the decision they're making. Tell me about the Three of Cups. Yeah, see, it's about building, putting in effort. See, this is about building, putting in effort. This is someone who sees you have high standards and values, but I'm going to tell you, you're worth it. And this is something this person may have experienced. See, they may have experienced this, and that's why they're kind of, weighing the pros and the cons. But definitely, you're not like this other person. You're different. It's all about the morals, the lifestyle, the way someone behaves. See, conducting yourself. This is someone being a lady. Yeah. This person is confident with the decision they're making. Thank you, but no thank you to someone. They're not their type. But if it's them who's had to learn, it's because you may have rejected them. Because it's a turn-off. I'm going to tell you what else I see. They're very turned on. They really like the way you look. Like I say, there's some chemistry, but it is an energy of being very turned on. It's a turn on. So like I say, there's some pretty interesting things going on, but they see your worth of work, see putting in effort. They have to, I think this person needs to show you that they're willing to put in some effort, because it is about building too. Yeah. But it's all about someone who's just open, available. This is someone who's understanding. It is a person I definitely feel has a lot on their plate. It could have to do with work. Yeah, see, it has to do with the King of Pentacles. Someone who's building, working, see, being able to provide. But it is someone who's very understanding. See, the Empress is someone who just keeps everything in balance. And I feel like this is somebody who works a lot. I definitely feel they've got somebody here who doesn't understand. I think this is just a person who, really, they're just not on the same page. And I do think they're confident that they've cut somebody out. Tell me more about the Four of Cups. Yeah, see, this is a reason to celebrate. It's all about laying a foundation. See, dating, courting, doing things traditional. See, some of you have a person who comes in and they communicate in a way. One of these people comes in a way where, you know, what you do and what you up to. Do you want to get together? But what they want is for you to offer them the cup to invite you to their home. You may have rejected this person. See, the situation doesn't serve. It's someone who has their own best interest at heart. Someone here actually, I feel, yeah, interesting. Take it as it resonates. It's definitely people with experience. Tell me more about the King of Pentacles. Ah, the Queen of Pentacles. Look at that. Yeah, see? This are two people with the same morals, values, and lifestyle. I feel like you get each other. You're on the same page. See, stability. You both want someone stable. This is someone who's here for the good times, right? Page of Wands. Oh, it's cheerful. It's flirty. But it's someone who doesn't always stick around. And that's why I feel someone who doesn't follow society's rules. They have their own path. But one of these people is very family oriented, the love of home and family, where the other person is someone who's just doing their own thing. They follow their own path, you see. But that's the person I feel it doesn't serve you. And I wouldn't be surprised it's the Empress energy here, taking another look, applying those lessons that you've learned. But your self-respect is making you super desirable. It's a turn on. And you have maybe dealt with someone who was a big turn off. See, one of them just wants to come to your home. They want to get you alone because they're focused on the physical, right? Where the other one actually takes you out and you'd go on some dates and they introduce you to your friends. See, they're willing to put in the effort. I love this. Yeah, see, it's two people being a little cautious, a little careful. They choose their words. But this is about getting your cup filled. See, you're going to get something you want here. It's all about choosing. One of these does not serve you. It just isn't meant to be. I don't think they have the same morals, values, or even lifestyle. Yeah, look at Ace of Swords, a victory. You're going to have a victory, win-win for you and this person. That's that little moment where you have that little moment where you realize. That's why I feel the Empress here is in the energy. The Queen of Pentacles is seeing there's a situation that does not serve, but you're going to have a victory, you and this other person. See, they build the foundation first by dating and courting. They show you they're putting in effort because they want to win. They want something long term. They see someone who's a partner, where the other person's just here for the fun. I think they're just immature, or they're just younger. Yeah. Yeah. So that's done. That's finished. Yeah. Cutting someone out. The ending. Every ending leads to a new beginning. So, oh my gosh. You know, these are the things, the trials, the tribulations of being in the dating world, right? You know, you win some of them just aren't meant to be, you just leave it behind. And that's what I feel this King of Swords is, somebody who's all about good morals and values. That's why I feel someone's ended a situation. And it could be because this person keeps trying to either get them to invite them to their home or vice versa. See, someone who uses their body. The Empress is very sexy, very sensuous, but also very down to earth. You see, it's an energy of two people being very comfortable with each other. You're really going to get each other. I mean, this is a youthful, playful. It's just a young, I feel, someone dealing with someone young. Yeah, there's a spark there. There is an attraction. But I feel these two people, the King and Queen of Pentacles, see, friends first. Connecting, spending some time together, see, friends, mutual friends. You just fit. You fit more. If it is another person younger, they were very attracted to them. They were very tempted. They're very desirable. They're playful. They're fun. They're positive. But it's something that just isn't meant to be. So this person's going to be reaching out. See, giving and receiving. You'll be talking a lot. But it's also about being very generous. See, you're both going to be talking. You're going to notice this person too. Talking more, giving you more attention, buying you little gifts, showing you that they like you. So you're about to be on the receiving end. This is so nice. So nice. Someone here is finally, to me, it's like feeling like crossing a hurdle where you finally have someone who wants to build a foundation. See, it's all about maybe even building a family. See, this is someone who has a love of home and family, you know. If it is single parent energy, this is somebody who's definitely all for children. They may even see you as the mother of their children, but this is a person just being very wise, trusting themselves to make the right choice. And this choice they're making, they're at peace with it. They're happy. This is someone who'll bring peace into your life, and they see you that way too. Peace and quiet, just the two of you. But they definitely are someone who would be very proud to introduce you to their friends and family. Yeah, see, they're manifesting. There's going to be a lot of communication. See, there's so much desire, but they're coming in with that emotional energy, taking you on some dates. This is someone who follows through. If you have an agreement, they follow through. They show you they're reliable because they want to build with you. Yeah, the Magician. You're manifesting. Yeah, see, harmony. Manifesting what you desire. See, sometimes you just have to say thank you, but no thank you to someone. You're just not my type. It's not a judgment, really. I mean, like I say, it's just sometimes some people have different lifestyles, morals, and values, and I feel like you're looking for someone who's on the same page. Yeah. Friends first, courting, dating. Yeah, doesn't mean marriage, but like I say, it could go there. And I do see harmony between two people. Look at that. See, this is something new. You're about to be on the receiving end. Some of you we have the people who are takers, right? They kind of expect, people who expect more than they're willing to give. And that's what I feel this energy up here. It's finished. It's done. So there it is. Every ending leads to a new beginning. Look at that. You got a person here who sees very clearly too. Yeah, justice and harmony. I wouldn't be surprised. This is both of you being marriage material. Such a lovely energy. Take care. I wish you the best, Capricorn, and we'll see you soon.